On February 28, 2025, the tranquil paradise of Reunion Island found itself in the throes of a furious natural disaster. Cyclone Garance, a powerful tropical cyclone, slammed into the island, unleashing its devastating force upon the unsuspecting population. The islanders, who had experienced storms before, had never seen anything quite like this. This beautiful French territory, nestled in the Indian Ocean, was about to face nature's raw power. The island, known for its stunning volcanic landscapes and vibrant culture, was now under siege. The island's idyllic beaches and lush landscapes were soon to be scarred by the cyclone's fury. The once serene and picturesque coastlines were transformed into scenes of chaos and destruction. As the day dawned, the storm's approach was evident. The early morning light struggled to penetrate the thick, menacing clouds that gathered on the horizon. The sky grew ominously dark, heavy with the threat of the impending tempest. The atmosphere was thick with tension, as if the very air was holding its breath. The wind howled, whipping palm trees into a frenzy. The once gentle breezes that caressed the island had turned into violent gusts, uprooting trees and sending debris flying, and transforming the usually serene ocean into a churning cauldron of monstrous waves. The sea, which had always been a source of life and beauty, now seemed intent on swallowing the island whole. The island braced itself for Garance's onslaught, a storm that would etch its name into the island's history. Residents hurried to secure their homes and gather supplies, hoping to weather the storm. The cyclone's eye, a deceptive calm amidst the chaos, made landfall on the eastern coast of Reunion. For a brief moment there was an eerie stillness, a deceptive lull in the storm's fury. This brief respite was merely a prelude to the storm's full fury, a brief interlude before the tempest raged once more. The calm was short-lived, and soon the winds picked up again with renewed intensity. With renewed vigor, Garance unleashed its most potent winds, exceeding 200 kilometers per hour, tearing across the island, leaving a trail of destruction in its wake. Buildings were torn apart, and the landscape was forever altered. The aftermath of the cyclone was a scene of utter devastation. The island, once a paradise, now bore the scars of Garance's wrath, a testament to the power of nature. Cyclone Garance roared across Reunion Island, unleashing its fury upon the unsuspecting inhabitants. Its ferocious winds tearing at the very fabric of the island, leaving a trail of destruction in its wake. Gusts exceeding 200 kilometers per hour were recorded, with some areas experiencing even more intense bursts of wind. The winds peaked at a staggering 214 kilometers per hour at the island's main airport, causing significant disruptions to air travel. These winds, powerful enough to uproot trees and rip roofs from buildings, left many structures severely damaged. Everyday objects were transformed into dangerous projectiles, posing a threat to anyone caught outside. The streets became treacherous obstacle courses, littered with debris and hazards. The relentless winds were accompanied by torrential rainfall, which only added to the island's woes. The heavy rain turned the island's rivers and streams into raging torrents, overflowing their banks. The downpour, measured in hundreds of millimeters, triggered widespread flooding, submerging entire neighborhoods. Homes, businesses, and vast swathes of agricultural land were inundated, causing significant economic losses. The deluge turned the once familiar streets into treacherous waterways, making navigation nearly impossible. Communities were isolated, and rescue efforts were severely hindered by the challenging conditions. The combined might of wind and rain wreaked havoc on the island's infrastructure, damaging roads and bridges. Power lines buckled and snapped under the strain, leading to widespread power outages. Homes and businesses were plunged into darkness, adding to the sense of chaos and uncertainty. Communication networks were severely disrupted, cutting off the island from the outside world. This hampered coordination among rescue workers, making it difficult to reach those in need. The once connected island was now grappling with the isolation and vulnerability that accompany such natural disasters, as residents began the arduous task of recovery. As Cyclone Garance moved on, leaving Reunion Island in its wake, the true extent of its devastation became horrifyingly clear. The storm's fury had left an indelible mark on the island, transforming its picturesque landscapes into scenes of widespread destruction. The once vibrant island lay battered and bruised, facing the daunting task of rebuilding. The storm's wrath had claimed the lives of at least 3 people, their lives tragically cut short by this natural disaster. The French National Police confirmed these fatalities, grim reminders of the human cost of such catastrophic events. The circumstances surrounding their deaths served as stark reminders of the unpredictable and unforgiving nature of such powerful storms. The material toll was equally staggering. Homes were reduced to rubble, their roofs ripped off, windows shattered, and walls collapsed. Businesses were devastated, their storefronts destroyed and inventory lost. The island's infrastructure, its roads, bridges, and power grid lay in ruins. The road to recovery promised to be long and arduous. As the storm subsided, a sense of urgency gripped Reunion Island. The once serene landscape was now a scene of devastation, with homes destroyed, trees uprooted, and lives turned upside down. The island's residents, though shaken, were determined to rebuild and recover. The immediate priority was to reach those in need, to provide medical attention to the injured, and to offer shelter and sustenance to those left homeless. Emergency responders, volunteers, and medical personnel worked tirelessly, often around the clock, to ensure that no one was left without help. Their dedication and swift action were crucial in the initial hours following the disaster. Rescue workers, braving treacherous conditions, sprang into action, their efforts hampered by blocked roads, flooded areas, and disrupted communication lines. Despite these challenges, they navigated through the chaos, using boats and makeshift rafts to reach stranded individuals. Their bravery and resilience were a beacon of hope for many. Over 847 people sought refuge in emergency shelters set up by authorities. These shelters quickly became crowded, but they provided a safe haven for those who had nowhere else to go. Families huddled together, finding comfort in each other's presence amidst the uncertainty. These shelters, offering safety and basic necessities, became lifelines for those who had lost their homes or were forced to evacuate due to flooding and landslide risks. Volunteers and aid workers ensured that everyone had access to food, water, and medical care, working tirelessly to meet the needs of the displaced population. The island's authorities worked tirelessly to ensure the safety and well-being of those seeking refuge, providing food, water, and medical care. Their coordinated efforts were instrumental in preventing further casualties and maintaining order during the crisis. The restoration of essential services became paramount. Without power, communication, and clear roads, the recovery process would be severely hindered. Crews were dispatched immediately to tackle these critical tasks. Crews worked around the clock to repair damaged power lines, restore communication networks, and clear debris from roads. Their relentless efforts ensured that the island could begin to function normally again, allowing for more efficient coordination of relief efforts. The French government pledged its full support, deploying additional resources and personnel to aid in the recovery effort. Military personnel were brought in to assist with logistics and provide additional manpower, ensuring that the island had all the support it needed. The outpouring of support, both local and international, highlighted the spirit of solidarity in the face of adversity. Communities came together, neighbors helped neighbors, and aid poured in from around the world. This collective effort underscored the resilience and unity of humanity in times of crisis. In the aftermath of the cyclone, Garance found herself grappling with the enormity of the disaster. The shadow of Chido loomed large, casting a pall over the community. Yet, amid the despair, there was a spark of resilience. It was clear that the road to recovery would be long, but the spirit of the people remained unbroken.
We hope you enjoyed this video. If so, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and leave a comment to share your opinion. Thank you for watching.